my name's Jason Young, and I'm the new principal at Maumelle High School. I just want to take the opportunity to introduce myself. I wanted to start by introducing our administrative team of Maumelle High School. Mr. Timothy Hobson, he's the assistant principal for 9th and 11th grade. Mr. Theodis Ingram, he's our assistant principal for 10th and 12th. And Miss LaKanya Isaac, she's our assistant principal over instructional. I want to start by talking about the difference between a student and a scholar. As a scholar, we are addressing our young people in a way that because we're trying to help them to reach the next level of academics. So a person who attends school or studies under a teacher with the intent to go further in life is a scholar. And so we will be addressing our young people as scholars rather than students. Our school hours start at 8:30 a.m. That's when the tardy bell rings, and dismissal is at 3:50 p.m. No students will be allowed to check out after 3:30 p.m. Early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable. So we need our young people, our scholars, to be here early for school each day and in class early. I want to spend some time and talk about the tardy policy for just a moment. Students who are tardy from school for such reasons like oversleeping, missing the bus, or being transported by a private transportation or a friend, that's considered to be an unexcused tardy. Students must check in the main office when they arrive late on campus, regardless of their arrival time. This holds true at any time during the school day. Failure to check in with the office will result in an automatic unexcused tardy. That means students that even arrive late on a bus must check in at the office. The tardy discipline policy is as follows. The first tardy is a warning from the teacher. Second tardy is a contact by the parent to the parent by the teacher. And the third tardy is a conference with administration. And the fourth tardy, administrative disciplinary action will take place. This is for each period for every class. Student drop off and pick up. Students are to be dropped off in the morning and picked up in the afternoon on the side of the school near the cafeteria. No students shall be dropped off in the front of the building unless school is already started. So for lunches, our campus is closed. Students are not allowed to leave the campus to go get lunch. Lunch will be eaten in the cafeteria. All lunch is provided free for the students, so there's no reason for them to leave. ID badges. Students must have their ID badge visible at all times during the school day in every class period. Their ID badges must be clean and not defaced, and students must be able to hand their ID badge to any staff member upon request. Students must not possess other students' ID badges. And no students will be admitted to a class without an ID badge. Failure to have an ID will result in progressive disciplinary action from administration. Water bottles. Students are allowed to have water bottles. We have water filling stations now for students to fill their water bottles, but the water bottles have to be clear. They can't be a solid covered bottle that you can't see through, and the liquid inside of it needs to be clear as well. Masks must be worn. This is part of our district uniform policy until this changes or doesn't change depending upon the district policy. So it's part of our uniform policy, and it has to cover their mouth and their nose. I want to spend some time and talk about the dress code for Maumelle High School. I know this has been a big topic of discussion because as a campus, Maumelle has been a little lax with their uniform and their dress. The following items of the clothing are not permitted on campus during school hours: sagging pants, shorts that are distressed, skirts shorter than mid-thigh, or shorts that are shorter than the mid-thigh. I know that may cause some confusion, but if a student puts their hands along their side, their hands should reach about mid-thigh. That's the length of how long their shorts should be. Pants, jeans, or shorts with tears or frays above the knee that reveal skin. They can have rips in their jeans as long as it doesn't reveal the skin. If there's fabric there that show that keep you from seeing the skin, then they're fine. Any type of revealing clothing that's transparent, midriff, holes, backless, low-cut blouses, the guys' shirts where they cut the holes off the sides right here, that's not allowed. Sleeveless tops of any kinds for boys or girls. Sleepwear or pajamas. Clothing with obscene, profane, suggested language, images, alcohol, drug, guns, tobacco products, any of that, etc., not allowed. Any type of object that they're wearing that can cause physical injury to someone, not allowed. Spiked jewelry, chains that are excessive, metal hair picks that are excessive, they shouldn't be worn, shouldn't be brought to school. And any form of head covering, hats, do-rags, hoodies on their head, anything like that, not allowed. Additionally, shoes need to be worn at all times. And unless there's a medical exception, require written approval from the school administrator. This is the rules. If you have any questions, parents, regarding these rules, please feel free to contact one of the administrators so that we can help you. We look to have a great year this year, and we're excited about students being back on campus. We're excited about returning back to some sense of normalcy. I'm excited to get to meet each and every one of your children, and I hope that it's a fantastic year. Thank you, and have a great day.